Good evening, this is Kaushik for the Green Visionaries team, here to take an interview with Mr. Rajesh Pai H from who is the Director of Planning and Infrastructure from the CDD Society, Karnataka. Okay, you just welcome. Hello sir. And can you just introduce yourself and tell about your professional life?
Yeah, my name is Rajesh, as you said. I'm basically, by profession, I'm a civil engineer, working for more than 15 years now in this sector.
Okay.
So I started my career with the civil engineering subject itself, and then I came to this environmental related subject. So that means for the past 12 years I am presently working in the environmental sector, basically related to sanitation. So where we talk about waste management.
Okay. Sir, can you just tell me what inspired you to work in this field?
Okay. Frankly speaking, I really do not know. See, when I came out of my profession, I started working in the civil engineering sector. So I was a structural design engineer, and one day I just got a call from one organization who were interested to have some civil engineers in their organization. So I just went and attended this, and then I realized that this organization works in the environmental sector where civil engineering was required.
Okay.
So this is how I came into this sector, but I was not really knowing that I would enter to this sector. But once I entered into this sector, I started working with this. That means I started working in the beginning with the wastewater management, solid waste management, city level sanitation planning, all those things. Then it started interesting me. So that's how I continued. So as on date, more than 12 years I'm in this field now, and I would like to continue further.
So can you just tell me about the contributions that you have been doing, or the work that you have been doing in this field?
Yeah, I think from my organization, I would like to tell you, we are more working towards a better environment.
Okay.
So our main work is towards wastewater treatment.
Okay.
So CDD Society, along with an organization called BORDA, it's a German-based organization.
Okay.
We have developed a wastewater treatment approach, what we call it as DWATS.
Okay.
It's a decentralized wastewater treatment system. So this is an approach what we are practicing and disseminating all over the world, and from CDD Society we are doing it in India and in South Asia.
Okay.
So yeah, this is what where myself and my organization mainly involved with actually.
Okay.
So mainly in the wastewater treatment sector.
Okay.
Yeah.
So can you just tell me about the energy, the clean energy, and its future implication, or what are you working on? Maybe the sanitation or importance of sanitation.
Yeah. I think, see, sanitation per se, when you talk about, there are 2-3 things what one needs to address.
Okay.
So as a common man, when you ask about sanitation, normally they refer to is toilet.
Yeah.
But it's not only the toilet. When we deal with sanitation, we consider one is access to toilet. We look at wastewater management, we look at solid waste management.
Okay.
So these are the 3 main things what we look into it under the umbrella of sanitation. Okay. As you are aware, I think more than 30 to 40% of the population in India, they do not have access to safe sanitation. That means, first of all, most of the people, they do not have a toilets, and they just go for open defecation. And you know, open defecation means there are several implications of it. One is related to the health, and second one is related to the safety and dignity, especially for the women. So this is one thing which is very important, which needs to be considered. And second one is the wastewater. Yeah, everybody is interested to get rid of the waste from their house, but nobody knows where it goes. So I think it is very important that one should start thinking about wastewater management. As you know that we are struggling on an everyday basis for the water now. So we are not getting a clean water. All our rivers are polluted because we conveniently discharge or dispose our untreated sewage directly into this. So that means we are contaminating the river, The second source normally what we have is the underground water, but that is also now contaminated because of the septic tank, soak pits. Again we are sending out lakhs of liters wastewater into the ground, and that is also contaminating. So considering this, I think even the government also started thinking about this recently. You may be knowing that in 2008 Government of India has brought a policy called National Urban Sanitation Policy. I think this is the first time government also started giving importance for the wastewater treatment, basically a sanitation. Earlier the more emphasis was on water supply, road and other infrastructure, but now they realize that sanitation is also one of them, and they started tackling. Coming to the solid waste management, I think after this MSW 2000 rules have been floated, I think most of the municipality at least started working on it. So we have not yet accomplished completely where as per the rules, or as per the wish. Actually we were supposed to follow the rules strictly, but I think most of the municipalities were not able to follow this. It's not only that they don't wanted to do that, but it is also there are several reasons, like people are not contributing to it, to the program. At the same time they do not have an adequate infrastructure, so there are many problems with that.
So can you just tell us the present status of Karnataka, because since you're working in Karnataka, I just want to know Karnataka in particular and India in general regarding the status of utilizing toilets, and what's the exact condition?
I think see, when we talk about usage, I think we normally count that one is what is the coverage in the rural sector and what is the coverage in the urban sector. So, and in the urban sector the toilet coverage is good, whereas in the rural sector is not much. I actually do not know the precise the percentage of it, but in general I'm telling. And apart from that, the wastewater disposal, I think it is worst in the urban area. I think more than 70 to 80% of the wastewater what we generate, it is actually untreated, and it is just let out into the river or wherever it is, into the storm water drain, which ultimately leads to the lake or to the water bodies. So I think this is one of the biggest problem related to the wastewater management.
Can you just share a few words about your organization and its present motto?
You were also asking about the Karnataka, the situation in Karnataka. No? I think in Karnataka, I think we have, I think the government is working really closely to come out with a good solution to this, but not yet. I think we have not yet solved this problem. And if you talk about India level, I think slowly it started picking it up. So as you know that many of the cities have started preparing the city sanitation plans, and through the city sanitation plan they would like to see how they can implement this sanitation solutions in a various stages. And at the rural sector there are many schemes. So as on date, I think these schemes are also like total sanitation scheme is there, through which they are providing the toilet as well as the twin pit latrine. That means the fecal matters from the toilet goes into this. So there are some solutions which has been provided to the rural sector, but I think the condition is pathetic in the urban sector, because you know that in the next 10 years, I think more than 50% of the population of India will live in urban area, and this sector needs to be addressed at the earliest.
Exactly.
Coming back to my organization, CDD Society is an organization. It's an NGO. It's a non-government organization. We started in the year of 2002 with a small group actually, and it was formally registered as a society in 2005. So the full abbreviation of CTD Society, is Consortium for Dewards Dissemination Society. It's a group of people, like-minded people came together to disseminate some good approaches. That means this dewards is considered as one of the approach for wastewater management. So the group came together and they started disseminating this, and this is how the organization is formed. CTD Society is based in Bangalore. The headquarters is in Bangalore, and we have a regional office in Maharashtra. We work throughout India, more than 12-13 states as on date, and also we support our neighboring countries like Afghanistan, Nepal, and Bhutan and Sri Lanka. So mainly towards this giving the sanitation solutions. And presently we have different services to offer. Actually we have a professional team sitting in this organization who deals with design and implementation of wastewater treatment system, city level sanitation planning, decentralized solid waste management system, and we have a research and development, and also we have a capacity building unit, and I'm here now actually to train the municipal engineers for design and implementation of DWAT system. So recently government of Tamil Nadu they have requested us to conduct the training for all the ULBs. In Tamil Nadu you have more than 120 ULBs. So they have nominated these municipal engineers to come and take this training so that they can implement in their ULBs. Because government of Tamil Nadu also has announced a scheme called Open Defecation Free City by 2015, and under this they are planning many things like underground drainage. Also they have allotted quite a lot of money, and you are aware that underground drainage cannot be it's not possible in all the places because of the high investment cost. So as an alternative, DWATs also as an option. So that's the reason they have appointed these engineers to take this training, and we have conducted almost 4 trainings, training around 60 to 70 engineers from different ULBs, and one more training will be held in the month of March, where we are planning to train another 20 to 30 more people.
So what is your message to the youth of this country and their responsibility towards saving Mother Earth?
Yeah, I think the main message what I would like to give is, I think as a citizen of the country, not only for the youth, as a citizen of this country, what I say is, I think we should start taking the responsibility for this. Normally when we talk about the basic infrastructure like water, road, the wastewater, all those things, we think that it is the responsibility of the urban local body to take care. I think they're supposed to take care, but I think without our contribution they cannot do anything. So I think one is we should have that awareness, that, and second thing is we need to have that willingness to support to this actually. So this is what I would like to give a message.
Okay, sir. Thanks a lot for giving us so much of time. And this is the end of this interview with Mr. Rajesh Pai. This is one more session of Green Visionaries, and we are going to interview Mr. Ganapati, and he'll tell about his experiences in the field of environment, which he has been continuing for past 20 years more. So good evening, sir. And can you just tell us about your personal life and your professional life?
Well, I am Ganapati B, retired special correspondent of the Hindu, and I worked in the Hindu for over 42 years. And after my retirement, during the past 10 years, I am working with a few organizations and also with the government, basically in the field of environment and also sanitation and alternative forms of energy, which is one of the most important requirements of the country if we were to progress. Yes, please.
So now, can you just tell me about your professional life and how you have been doing it?
Well, as a reporter, I had the opportunity as well as also the responsibility of knowing a bit about everything as a reporter. So after a period of working for some time, I gained knowledge about a lot of things, and one of them happened to be environment. And even though the government of India and the government of Tamil Nadu and even the urban local bodies like the corporations and the panchayats for quite some time have been passing many laws and rules and regulations, unfortunately the implementation part of it is becoming more and more difficult. So I thought that after retirement, let me work with the people who are trying to implement those things, and what are the challenges and what are the opportunities of implementing government schemes as well as private initiatives.
So can you just tell us about what made you inspired to care about environment? What exactly?
Actually, we find that there is a lot of environmental degradation taking place in all aspects of life. Unfortunately, the life or the world was a much better place. My own town was a much better place to live in 20 years ago. But there has been a rapid change in the lifestyle of the people. And also the attitude of the people have changed. Instead of having values which originally cared more for the community, more for the locality, etc., people are now more interested in improving themselves. Nothing wrong about it, but the casualty is that the community and the locality has suffered. So that is one reason why I thought that instead of writing only on aspects of certain things, enter into a field where I could also have a little more hands-on experience and work with the people to make our own little contribution to reduce the very rapid rate of deterioration taking place in all around us.
Can you just tell us about your contribution, not exactly contribution which you don't want it to tell me, maybe what is your, what is your feeling about the clean energy sector? Or
well, I have been working in the field of writing about a lot of temples and architectures, etc. while I was a reporter. Subsequently, I found that there is a very rapid growth in urbanization in India. And we have been therefore working in the field of solid waste management. And therefore, when we came to the field of solid waste management, we also found out that in the energy sector, we are having a lot of problem, especially because of lack of energy. And energy is something that is required. But at present in India, we find that we are basing a lot of our energy is coming from thermal plants. In thermal plants based on coal, we are having problems, serious problems, because Indian coke or Indian coal is inferior in its efficiency, in its energy calorific value. So that we are finding therefore that all the power energy or rather power generation plants are using Indian coal, which is only very inferior, only 35% of the calorific value as compared to the coal in other countries. So we have to go in for a better form of energy, and India is one of the richest country from the point of view of solar energy and wind energy. And solar energy and wind energy are very, very important for the progress of the country. Now of course the central government as well as the state governments are giving a lot of attention for improving or facilitating the public to accept and adopt solar energy gadgets, which will go to some extent in that. And similarly also we find that people are going now for another type of energy in a rural sector, that is biogas energy. Biogas energy originally was coming only from cow dung. Now very recently we have found out that human fecal matter, rather human waste, also can be one of the inputs in the toilet, so that India is producing millions of tons of human waste every day. A small portion of which can always be converted to the energy in the form of biogas. So if we promote biogas, that will also go a long way in improving our energy situation and ensuring that in the villages, etc., they are now depending on our energy from other sources. They can convert their own waste into so-called waste into wealth. So biogas energy is one other very important area where I have been working.
So now my next question is, what is the need for clean energy and what are its future implications?
Clean energy, as just now I mentioned, is very necessary that the environment is not damaged. Already there are so many other factors which are damaging, causing damage to the environment. One is that green gas and also known about the ozone depletion, etc., etc., which are much bigger and high-sounding words. Of course, scientifically it's very, very important that we bear it in mind. But in our own way, we have to ensure that wherever we go, we are trying to do whatever is possible to reduce the dependence on energy which is created from coal and go for other sources. Solar energy is one, wind energy is another, and nuclear energy is also important. Almost all the Western countries, including Japan, of course in the Far East, including Japan, even after the recent tsunami, they are going up in a big way for nuclear energy, because that is the only form of energy. Relatively, it is clean. Only when there is a major disaster, then there will be problem. Otherwise, that is one good form of energy. And unfortunately, in Indian atmosphere and environment, we find, Indian condition, we find that there is a very good potentiality for nuclear energy, but unfortunately, there has been a lot of heat and noise created over the most sophisticated energy nuclear power producing unit, almost ready for commissioning in Kudangulam down in south in Tamil Nadu. So what we now require is that educate the public about the aspects of the energy situation, energy crisis in India, how it could be solved by other forms of energy, by solar energy, wind energy and nuclear energy. Convince them that if we want to develop, without energy our country cannot develop. Without our energy, even our own children cannot pass their examination without life. So actually you can find that we all depend so much on energy. Therefore we should educate and create awareness among the public so that they accept the different forms of energy, and especially coming to the nuclear energy part of it, there may be a disaster once. But every day hundreds of people die in Indian roads. It does not mean that we are doing away with the bus or car or anything of the kind. So similarly, there is hazard in everything. Similarly, we have to educate the people and give them a clear understanding that energy is so essential for life. With due precautions, even nuclear energy can be harnessed properly for the benefit of man. So there is tremendous future. Unfortunately, the future of the country is not the future of clean energy. The future of the country depends on clean energy, and thereby clean energy can come from solar, wind and nuclear. So we have to give a big thrust to them. Of course, giving people, we have to take it with us, participatory way of planning, and every time we have to convince them about it. Yes, please.
We are great to know that you support nuclear energy in all forms. And our next question is, what is the present status of clean energy in Tamil Nadu in particular and India?
I am very happy that because of the very severe power shortage that we have been facing, and Tamil Nadu has been going in a big way already with regard to wind energy, and there is always a competition between Gujarat and Tamil Nadu, who is the first in the country who is producing maximum wind energy, and I am very happy that almost Tamil Nadu is either one or two. And now very recently, because of the power crisis, we should be thankful to the power crisis in one sense of the term. The government is pushing through a lot of schemes to ensure that solar energy will be used in the domestic, institutional, government establishment and also in the industrial establishment. They are giving a lot of incentives for that. So the future of clean energy as far as Tamil Nadu is concerned is very good. In a bigger sense, it is equally true with regard to all other parts of the country also.
So I just want to know about your organization Exnora, and that you have been working so long.
We have been working in the field of solid waste management for quite some time. And with regard to solid waste management, there is nothing known as solid waste. Practically everything is a wilt. The only thing is we don't know what is how the so-called waste can become a belt. And therefore we have been ensuring that segregation of waste is the prime and the most important fundamental requirement for making wealth out of waste. So segregation of the waste at source as biodegradable and non-biodegradable, conversion of the biodegradable waste into compost and vermicompost, which is a manure, and then it comes to what is known as closing the loop on sanitation. At the moment, sanitation, defecation, every water source is contaminated, the atmosphere is contaminated. But if we go to composting and vermicomposting, we ensure that the compost and the vermicompost is going back into the cycle of production of higher food in the form of agricultural product. So we are therefore working basically in the form of converting all the biodegradable waste into energy in the form of manure and vermicompost. And in the other thing, we are collecting almost all recyclable waste like plastic, etc. Then ensuring that they are properly segregated and sent to the organizations and companies who can convert it by recycling them. They can produce new products. So Exnora International, based in Chennai, is also a voluntary organization working basically, and our motto is a clean and green town.
So that happens to be a motto.
Yes.
So what's your message for the youth in this country and their responsibility towards saving Mother Earth?
Well, the responsibility of the youth is that they should not become cynical. A lot of very good technology is available. But the scenario in which we are seeing the country, we find that a lot of plants are not being planned properly, even though they are called plants, and not properly. Operational maintenance of any system is not given the importance due for that. So we have got the technology, but our technology is not just introduction of the technology for the sake of technology. All technology, all inventions and all activity should ultimately result in improving the environment and thereby the quality of life of the people. So what is now required is that youth should not become something like a cynical. We have got all type of technology. What is now required is to ensure that the technology which is available already in the country is now accepted by the people by proper intervention, by creating proper awareness on that part, ensuring their participation. At the moment, most of our plants are top down. Actually, what is required is everybody plants right from the top and not without consulting the people in the village level or at the grassroots level. So make them a part of the planning process, participatory process, when they will understand the different aspects of solid waste management, liquid waste management and everything. And once the people are prepared to accept it, they definitely will be able to improve, they will be following that, and they will be able to improve the quality of life of the people. So youth of the country should see that the technological solutions we are having is put in an acceptable solution with consultation of the different stakeholders, mainly the public. A lot of IUC is that is information, communication and education of the public is necessary for that. So let us not feel that everything is wrong. I'm sorry to say, as a media man, I know that a lot of bad things are being written in the newspaper. But quite a lot of very good things are taking place in the newspaper. Don't become cynical. We've got enough technology. If we can put the satellites of 9 countries using our launching vehicle, can we not find a better form of treatment of our human waste, having a better toilet? Can't we produce a better system of converting our solid waste into a manure? So there are opportunities, there are of course challenges, and the wisdom consists in turning every challenge into an opportunity.
Okay, sir. You have raised so many questions which the authorities in the country and we students and almost every citizen is bound to answer. And we believe that this is one of the most informative sessions that we have so far had. And that's it. Thanks a lot for talking so much, sir. With camera person Harish Balakrishnan, this is Kaushik for the Green Visionaries. Thank you.